You see, my gorgeous Torini, I do know that this week it's going to be major, major, major for you. Even before I do absolutely anything, I'm going to shuffle these tarot cards right now, and you will see that the tarot card which is going to come out, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. And this tarot card, look, it just popped out by itself. It's going to show you what this whole week is going to be like. Do you see this? Okay, very important indeed. It means that, my gorgeous Torini, you are going to get a mind-blowing message. You are going to have a mind-blowing message. This message that you are going to have, it's instantly going to make you happy, because you will know at that moment in time that for the love of God, something so important to you, it's about to finally start moving on. It is to do with an aspect of your life that you were really worried about, but most importantly, it's an aspect of your life that you almost forgot about, but it meant to you before so much. But where things are going to become very interesting for you here is it's right at that moment in time when you have this message, where you're reminded of something like from your past, something that you forgot about, something that meant to you so much, and at that moment in time when you become aware of what this is, my gorgeous Torini, at that moment in time you will realize what a mind-blowing effect on you this is actually having. So, my goodness, I don't even know how to explain this, but this in itself also means that you are really going to have a good luck, a really good luck with that particular thing that I'm talking about. And why does this mean so much to you? Why? Because it's to do with your destiny, destination, baby. It's to do with your destiny, destination. So this is going to be keep on bouncing back and popping into your life every now and then, until you acknowledge this and until you understand the importance of this when it comes to your destiny and when it comes to your soul purpose. So almost as if you are going to have this moment of rebirth, my gorgeous Torini, this week. You see what I mean? You are going to have this moment of rebirth, because you are going to feel so good. You are going to feel so optimistic, and you need to understand, when you feel so good and you feel so optimistic, it's a lot that's happening within you, within your mind, within your spirit, within your spirit, within your soul. I really hurt my shoulder so badly, and I'm trying to not to make this so obvious, but my shoulder is really hurting, like really badly. I'm sorry to say this, but if you do notice me like, oh, doing this or something like that, then just I'll ignore it as much as I can. But this is just a nerve pain that I can't really help much at the moment, but I'm doing my best. So this is why I'm a little bit late with these readings as well. But the bottom line is that now, after this week, my gorgeous Torini, you know what, things are gonna start flowing like a big mamas, like, oh my God, things are going to start flowing like really quickly. And in fact, by the time you get to the last day of this week, you are going to have a really unusual experience. You're going to have a mind-blowing experience. You are going to have out of this world experience. At the end of this week, you are going to be visited by some kind of a spirit, somebody that was in your life, and that particular spirit, you will know exactly who this is. This is going to happen at night. This is going to happen when you are by yourself. This is going to happen and in such a way where you are going to be, oh my God, what is this? Something is going to happen really abruptly. I'm not going to lie to you. Something is going to fall down or something like that. You're going to be by yourself and you're going to be for a second so scared. And then you need to understand, then not that you need to understand, but almost that instant you will know who this is. It's to do with the spirit, somebody who was in your life and somebody who loves you so much and somebody who has got like a ridiculously strong connection with you. And as soon as that happens, you need to reflect on what was on your mind, because you are blocking yourself from doing something, you're blocking yourself from achieving something, you're ignoring some kind of option, and you're not giving enough credit to yourself in order to go for it. And I can assure you 1,000,000%, as soon as that spirit comes forward, as soon as you become, oh my God, aware of that spirit, you need to just reflect immediately, what was I thinking about? Because this is what that spirit wants you to know. It wants you you to pay attention to that particular option that was on your mind, but maybe even subconsciously you are like kind of stepping away from it every single time when you're facing it in your mind. So that spirit wants you to understand clearly like that this is something that you have to go for. This is something that you need to understand. And that spirit is also going to have such a pleasure, you know, like a giving this message to you in such a way, because the spirit and the spirits and the spirit world, they need to kind of use a great amount of energy in order to actually kind of like send us some kind of a sign, or send us some kind of a single some kind of a sign, you know, send us some kind of like indication, for example. So this is why this is in itself going to be really, really important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Taurini, right at the beginning of this week, you know, I like this so much. This is fantastic. You know, you have been through so much, my gorgeous Taurini, and only now it seems like the huge amount of negative energy it's about to shift. This is fantastic. Just remember, the actual 8 of Wands is a really, really powerful card, and it also means that you it's a really powerful card, but it also means that you are really going to, you know, start having control over your life again. Everything is going to start making sense that didn't make sense before. So it's brilliant in itself. But at the beginning of this week, you are going to be so happy, like, my God. You're going to be so happy because you are going to have a really, really nice surprise, a really happy surprise. And this happy surprise that you are going to have, it's going to come in the form of like a pretty much so very creative opportunity that you're not going to be able to ignore whatsoever. And this creative opportunity that you're going to, it's not only about happy surprise, it's not only about this amazing creative opportunity, but it's what are you going to feel within. And that even more so, it's going to lead towards you having this like kind of a new idea that you're going to become instantly curious about. And that particular idea that you are going to have, it's like kind of going to make you restless at that moment in time, but in a good way, if that makes sense. And it's also going to kind of be so beneficial when it comes to your mental energy, when it comes to your spiritual energy, because you need to understand, my gorgeous Taurini, you've been through so much, and just the fact that you are going to become aware of this like a happy and creative opportunity, this means that your rebirth, it's about to start right now. And that means that this in itself, it's a lot to do with your inner calling. It's a lot to do with a new phase starting right now. So you must not ignore this, because this happy opportunity, this creative opportunity, which is going to be like a happy surprise, this is also your awakening, my gorgeous Taurini. And that in itself, it's like, do not be surprised when somebody, and every single time when we are having some kind of awakening, every single time when the new phase of our life is about to start, you know what happens? Bam, 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 something that we don't like. Now suddenly we have somebody on our mind who we really don't like, who we really dislike, and somebody who we hold some kind of a grudges with. And it's important for you to kind of reflect on that, and don't be surprised that suddenly you are reminded of somebody who you kind of don't like, or somebody who you just had like a really bad experience with, like in your past. Don't be surprised, because what's required from you at this stage in your life is to understand that there is something that's holding you back because of your own understanding of that situation. So it's all about you elevating yourself by looking at that situation and seeing that situation in a different light. I'm not saying that you need to forgive and forget, but just try to step back and look at the situation in a different light. That's all that you need to do. So don't be surprised that when at the time of awakening you are reminded by somebody who you absolutely don't like. This is going to be so important for you, because you're going to show to your spirit and to your soul how advanced and how mature and how strong you actually are. And there is this wonderful, like a really emotionally balanced person here. Somebody very emotionally balanced at around the beginning of this week. Somebody very compassionate, somebody very diplomatic, somebody who is having things in control, somebody who is having a fantastic balance, somebody who is very supportive, somebody who is very tolerant, and somebody who is very empathic. This particular person, it's really through that person you're somehow going to understand. This person is going to have a really fantastic impact on you, like, oh my God. And through that person, you're actually going to understand what to do with some kind of situation that you felt so hopeless about for like about 9 months, I would say, or something like that. What to do with some kind of situation that you felt so hopeless about. So through this person, through this amazing person, somehow you will understand and you will know, because you will be probably thinking about that person's situation, and somehow you're going to understand through that person how to deal with something that you're so hopeless about, how to speed things up, how to kind of really kind of have a swift change, and this in itself is going to lead towards you like really pretty much so understanding that now it's time to make a quick decision. And the quick decision that you're going to make, it's also going to be consisting maybe just of a little travel and some kind of traveling and some kind of journey. It's also going to have something to do with it. But most importantly, you will think like, oh my God, I can't believe I just made this decision. It's like, oh my God, only a few days ago I would be like, no baby, no. This is because you are about to gain courage, a passion, because this person is going to be such a wonderful influence on you. It's going to make a wonderful impact on your life, which is going to help you to regain focus indeed. So this is why now you are going to realize, my gorgeous Taurini, you know what, now it's time for action. It's time for action. It's time for action. It's time for action. And especially by the time you get to the mid part of this week, you will know exactly which action I'm talking about. Just go for it. This is so important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Taurini, you know what? You are going to see, you will see that at around the midweek, I like this so much because you are going to be able to become aware of this major improvement in your life. This is going to be something very, very personal to you. But what you're going to like is how you feel and how optimistic you became and how positive you became. And these feelings and emotions are all going to contribute towards you not only understanding what has brought this improvement into your life, but also you're going to be facing a very interesting path here where you will know that something that you want to do, it is going to be important for you, but it is going to be hard work, and you are going to need to be very, very responsible and very productive. This is something that is just going to mean to you so much indeed. And also, again, my goodness, look at this. Karma Mama comes in and says hello at a time when we do not expect Karma Mama to come in again. Karma Mama is coming in again, and of course that you're going to be, I know, I'm sorry, my gorgeous Taurini, but it's all about your own reflection about certain things in life. So at the beginning of this week, we had this person that you kind of need to maybe see the situation that happening between you two in a different light, like forgive and forget in a way. But now in the midweek, this is more about now, because you're again facing something important here, an important stage, important situation. You are gonna be reminded of some kind of a painful ending. Now it's to do with a painful ending that you're suddenly gonna be reminded. And now there is still something when it comes to that painful ending that you have to accept and move on. And that in itself, it's so important when it comes to personal setback, and it's very important when it comes to finding peace, and it's very important when it comes to self-forgiveness as well. This is yet again a moment which is going to release you towards your own freedom, and it's again going to speed things up for you. And also, by the time you come to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Taurini, it's like really important to say this, that it's like basically you are going to be thinking about taking care of yourself and doing something good for yourself. This is a lot to do with the mind, body and spirit, and you are going to find yourself thinking, I just want to take care of myself. And you're going to find yourself thinking a lot like on physical level and things like that, on a health level, nutrition and things like that, how you can improve your life, you see. And this is absolutely brilliant. This is a very good sign. But you're also going to feel very, very tired at some point at around the end of the week, and it's not going to be horrible tiredness, but you're just going to be left with absolutely no option but to maybe sit down or have a little meditation, and then suddenly something is going to come to you. You needed this needed to happen in order for you to clear your head, and that in itself is going to bring a mental clarity, and you're going to open your eyes to towards what exactly alignment do you need to make when it comes to your inner happiness. You know, it's going to become obvious. It's going to be such a magical moment in time, and it's just going to come to you completely out of blue. What alignment do you need to exactly make in order to be in order to kind of create this inner happiness, fulfillment, and at the same time, you know, this in itself, it's also going to open your eyes and help you to see the bigger picture, and you're going to realize that you overcame some kind of a really big challenge lately that maybe you didn't give enough credit to yourself for. And it's important to give a credit to yourself when the credit is due. And at the same time, you know, there is somebody very special, very special, who is about to enter your life at around the end of this week. If you're looking for a relationship, this can be someone very special, someone who will understand you on a completely different level. And if you're looking for a friend, then this will be a friend who is going to understand you on like a completely different level. But a like-minded soul, it's about to enter your life, and it's about to make everything so much more interesting for you indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Taurini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.